Hi there, it's so nice to have you here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Now in this session, I will jump right into it and tell you that I can pick up very heavy narcissistic energies. These days in the collective, this energy is very prominent and it is going to remain so for maybe 2 to 3 months. Most people who talk about narcissism or narcissistic abuse, especially when you see it in love, you see it in relationships, they talk to you about what narcissist can do, which I've also shared, and they also talk about what are the reasons you are suffering due to it. It's not easy to be in toxic situations. It's not easy to love a narcissist. But I also tell you guys that narcissists can help you grow a lot. They can help you ascend like nobody else can. Therefore, it's not really a bad idea to keep them around you. But you need to know how to do it. You can get into therapies with me. I have some very amazing therapies that work so well for so many people. They've worked. So many people, when they come to me, they are in really bad conditions, in the worst situations, and you don't need to go to a lawyer, you don't need to go to a doctor, you don't need to go to anybody. These therapies help you shift your energy because everything is actually coming from your energy. It's coming from within. But the one consistency that anybody has to show is to have faith, and number 2, to continue the work every day. Little by little, every day, even if you give half an hour to your inner work, 40 minutes to your inner work, it's more than enough for the whole day actually. So let's see what tarot is going to tell us. So I can pick the energy of a really cold-blooded narcissist. So we have 2 types of narcissistic energies that I can pick on. One is like the person who can never change. Now this is the person who's on the top. This is the person who's the enabler. It could be the mother figure, the father figure, it could be someone who has control. This person is coming from a really orthodox background, and when I say orthodox, it doesn't really mean the typical orthodox. What I mean is those orthodox people who can never change. They are old now, or they are in their 40s, 50s, 60s. It's impossible for them to change, and they don't even do any proper inner work. And they don't want to do any inner work. So they are basically planted in your timeline so that you can see what happens when a person is such a cold-blooded narcissistic person and what is the impact they have on the coming generation. The second narcissist is 50% narcissistic and 50% empath, and that is the person who is most probably around you. So they like you, they love you, they're attracted to you, they're very drawn to you, they want to be with you. 50% of the time they are very good to you. But it's the rest 50% that is creating a problem most of the times, because when they are in their narcissistic energy, then they are not working from their heart. Their heart chakra is not working at that time. Then they are just thinking from here, from the head, from money, from materialistic things. When they are in their emotional state, then they understand your words, then they realize it. And I think it's also because they have the impact of the other narcissists, the hardcore, the main, you can say the captain of the narcissistic boat. We have a narcissistic boat, we have like people who are towards the narcissistic side. And this person, because they had to meet you, because they had to fall in love with you, because it's written, it was pre-written, predestined for them to see someone like you, to see a person who is an empath, a hardcore empath, a person who loves others, a person who can never cheat anyone, who can never fool anyone. They always think about others. You are always thinking for the benefit and for the goodwill of other people. You're always keeping other people first and yourself last or later or second. And such people are the favorite of Source. Masters and Source will always have your back. Masters always care for those people who care for others, which is why you win. Ultimately, you are the winner in this situation. You're always going to be the winner because everybody can see that you are selflessly helping others. You give your time to others, you care for others. You know that all these things, money, this, that is all temporary. You cannot carry it. So why cry so much for it? Why crib so much for it? Why lie so much for it? Why cheat anybody for this? So your person, why are they into you? Because they are basically aware that you are so naturally charismatic and attractive that people are drawn to you by their own selves, like on their own. You don't have to make any effort for it. So I can see a mother-in-law kind of energy around you. I can see a lady who is the one who has the control of your person. Basically, they have the remote control of your person, and they cannot tolerate that you are so charming without doing anything. You're organically charming, okay? Naturally, you have all the qualities. You don't have to work hard for it. You don't have to practice for it. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. If you are loving, you're loving. If you're kind, you're kind. And this mother-in-law energy can see her son, and in some cases it could be daughter also. I do check my analytics of this channel, and I see that right now we have 40% men and 60% women, and it changes. Sometimes it's 50% men also. So if you are a male listening to this, then let me tell you that you could have someone, and she might be very much influenced by her parents. Her parents must be typical narcissistic, who have given her a lot of narcissistic training. But that empathetic side of her, which she's also born with, she or he, I mean, it's not gender specific, as I said, so I'm just trying to cover everyone here, whosoever resonates. You may or may not resonate 100%. Let me just give that disclaimer also. They don't like these qualities about the empath, honestly. So they have trained your person also to not agree with you. But they can see that without much effort, your person is drawn to you. Your person is attracted towards you. If they are in separation phase with you, if you are not in communication, then let me tell you, they think very positively for you. They miss you. They cry for you. They regret everything that happened. They feel very bad. They remember the time you both were kind of falling in love, the beginning phase. And this is a very positive card that has come, Two of Cups. So it's showing me that there's a lot of harmony, there's a lot of mutual respect that you guys had. You had a natural connection. I mean, again, this connection was also very organic. You didn't have to work hard for it. And I am actually picking on the energy of those people who did spend long time. It's not a short-term relationship that I'm picking on. There is a lot of attraction. There's a lot of attraction. Venus is very strong here. This type of attraction can never end, no matter who they go with, how many people they date, what their parents tell them, what their siblings tell them, what the proxy narcissistic people tell them, what the karmics do, brainwashing and manipulation and everything. But they'll always go back to you. But it's not healthy for you also to keep accepting the narcissistic people in your life. You know why? Because when you let the narcissistic person go, or whatever they do, they discard you. After they discard you, they go away from you, and you have to be on your own, like you have to be by yourself. You work on yourself, you don't contact them, you don't communicate with them, you don't entertain that person. And your life goes amazing. You are detached, you grow, you progress. And this is for those people who have experienced all this. That other person will not have the same kind of success as you do. This is guaranteed. If you grow, if you go away from that person and you grow and you detach and you focus only on your inner work, they will not guaranteed have the same kind of success that they hope they will get after discarding you. No matter who brainwashed them, no matter who manipulated them, even if I say 50% of them is an empath, still a man or a woman should be strong-headed when it comes to love. They should just choose their person, no matter what the world says. If the person is wrong, like if there are addiction problems or commitment problems, or if some other problem is there, then in that case also, you should be strong enough mentally that I am not going to take these people's bullshit. I am not going to take their nonsense behavior. That kind of attitude you need to have. It's a bit like being a mother without being a mother. Like with your child also, if you have a child, how do we discipline a child? We don't just let the child go. We discipline the child in a way, in a strict way. If a mother has to scold a child, has to make the child do the homework or eat their food, they're not going to be sweet and soft and be like, please eat it, please eat it. No, mother will be very strict. She will show the eyes and the eye expression, the eye rolls or whatever it needs, or make the child eat it. Somehow the mother knows how to do it. Similarly, the lover also should know how to make their person do what they want. And I'm not saying you're trying to rule that person. It's about doing the right thing. So if you know you are doing the right thing, you're on the right path, you're on the path of love, and your person is way too programmed, then that means this is also a test of your confidence. You also need to have 100% faith in source and your masters. If you don't feel like doing something, then don't do it. This is no forcing business happening here. But why this channeling is happening is because I am being shown that there are people who pollute the mind of your person constantly. They don't have someone like you have. Like you have the masters, you're watching these videos, or you're working on yourself, you're doing inner work. You obviously have people around you. You have energies around you that bring you out from your desperate situation or your despair or your pain. You have some guidance, but they don't. They just have those materialistic people and they are like puppets in their hands. So of course you need to show compassion to that person also, because you know that empathetic side of them. You have seen it. No one can fake love for so long. If they've been with you for a long time, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, the only problem is when an empath is not ready, like when empath has not done enough inner work, they accept that person too soon. They don't know the time frame of when to not accept. That much strength and courage you need to have, because if you don't know that time frame, they will come back to you and they will create a big mess and they will go back again. And then you will be sitting there feeling like, oh, why did I do it? Why did I accept them? If they come back to you, this reading is for those people where the narcissist is contacting you, coming back to you, trying to talk to you, trying to fix it, blah, blah, blah. Then you cannot get that easily, you cannot melt. You cannot get convinced that easily. You need to see something in black and white. It should not be ideally acceptable just by their words. And what happens is, with a lot of empaths I've seen, they get jittery or they get scared very easily. They get into that state, what if they stop contacting me? What if they stop communicating with me? What if they run away again? What if I don't give them what they want, the attention, the affection? Or if I don't say, yeah, I'm there for you, if I don't revert to them on time, they'll run away. They'll go away from me. They should not think like that. They should be strong-headed. They should be like 100%, yes, if you're right, you're right. And they need to do the right thing too. Just by them telling you that, yeah, I feel this way, I feel that way, and I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. No, don't believe it. They need to prove it in action. They need to show it to you. If they show it to you, then only you need to believe it. So probably this could be a sign for someone who needs that kind of sign or synchronicity, that if you are dealing with a 50% narc and 50% empath case, 50% time they have like a split personality. 50% of time they look at you and you are their source of inspiration and joy, you are their happy place. Then they go back to their family members or they hang out with their mother, father, whosoever, best friends and all the people who are doing fancy stuff, showing off money and going crazy, doing drugs and doing alcohol, drinking alcohol, having all the unhealthy, toxic food. They sit with them and then they become like them. Now that is something which is not good for your energy. If you don't know how to handle your energy, if you know how to handle your energy, if you know how to detach, if you know how to draw the line, if you know how to make the boundary, if you remember that your life is not going to be like others, you cannot expect a typical relationship. Because most of the times the empaths also do what the narcs do. The empaths also kind of lose grip of their empathy or the faith they should have on source. They look at their life and they start comparing their life with others, and they start saying, oh, why my life is not normal, why my life is not like their life, or why am I doing this, why am I doing inner work, why am I working this way, why am I so giving, why am I so caring. They lose faith. So from the narc you can learn, just the way they lose the plot, we should also, an empath should also not lose the plot, and they should have strong faith, and they should be like, yes, I know this is right, and this is it, this is the path of God is the right path, the path of giving, the path of non-expectation, the path of singularity is the right path, the path of unconditional love is the right path, and I need to do my inner work, and I have to just do it at any cost. So then this energy will have its own magic when you believe, when you trust, when you know that you did the right thing, when you're 100% sure you did the right thing. You have no doubt in your mind that you were selflessly caring, selflessly giving, selflessly loving. Why this person is not understanding? Why this person cannot see if you can see? Why? Because you also need to see it 100%. Okay? So there is one independent energy also which is being shown to me here. The 9 of Cups. This is the energy that you need to have in order to deal with this person, because this person cannot fill your cups, this person cannot make you happy. God has sent to you so that you can show them how to be happy. When they look at you, they see that you are truly happy, they can see your glow up, they can see your confidence. But if you're gonna get manipulated by them, or if not manipulated over here, if you're gonna get diverted by them, they are there to divert you because they're gonna test you. Let me tell you, the narcissistic always test a person. Even if it's a 50% narcissist, 50% they will test you. And if they see you're not jittery, because they have been looking at their people for a long time who are 100% confident on their narcissistic ways, on their narcissistic lifestyle. So when they hang out with them, they don't see an iota of doubt. Iota of doubt is not there. But when they come to you, and who do you have? Just the way they have their parents and they have their own people, you have the love of masters or spirit guides, of teachers, of anyone. Maybe you have a therapist in place, maybe you have a healer in place, whosoever it is, they are 100% sure, they know. I also tell my students also when they come to me, I tell them that don't doubt yourself, don't doubt your heart, what your heart is telling you. Don't doubt your intuition. Your intuition is telling you detach. Your intuition is telling you do your own work. If you also love a person, love comes from here. Love doesn't need paperwork. Love doesn't need any legality. That is the power of love. If you have the power of love, if you have given so much love to that person and they've given love to you, and somebody comes in between you after 6 years, 5 years, and somebody starts to, create problems, let them try. You should have faith in yourself. Forget that person also. If that person is right or not, you should know that you loved wholeheartedly and you gave your best and you were never wrong. And if the situation demands you to sacrifice, you should gladly sacrifice. You should say, okay, fine. You want to keep this person? Keep them. Keep them with you. They're all yours. You want to go to that lady? You want to go to that man? Okay, go. Bye. You should have that much faith in yourself that what I am doing for this person, what I did for this person, no one else can. And that's why they keep coming back to me. They keep dragging their ass back to me. And when they come back to you again, whether they come back after 2 years, 3 years, you should be very strong. You should be like, why you here? What happened? Because see, as it is, when they come to you, they are proving to you. This is your proof. Some people forget to see the positive. They are looking at the negative. So I tell people when they tell me, what if they go away again? What if they run back again? What if they leave me again? I tell them, but they did come back to you. You were at that time not even hopeful of that much. You didn't know they're going to come back to you or not. But now they have, which means that they are also, they can see it. They can see in their own eyes that they left you, they got humiliated, or they went through all of the negativity and they are coming back to you. So this is the time you need to be strong. And there are ways of doing it which actually happens. You become more and more confident and positive. There are 5 ways of doing it, 5 simple steps. Step number 1 is solar plexus chant every day. As soon as you feel weak, as soon as you feel low, as soon as you feel like there's no way out, solar plexus chant is like magic. I call it magic mantra Ram. It is so powerful. Just do nothing, just leave everything, sit still, close your eyes and just chant multiple times, repeatedly. Number 2 is you need to be in company of good people. When I say good company, I mean the company of very strong, empathetic people who have experience of life, who have seen life, or who have experience of soul. They carry that experience with them. They are not scared. They have like huge amount of confidence in what they're talking about. They are successful. They are very independent. Those type of people you need to seek, because they will give you the right advice and they can give you some of their confidence, and they have confidence from source is their giver. They know that much. They don't care about these small little things. They don't get agitated in these situations. They are always like, okay, fine, relax. There's no point taking stress. Never take stress. Don't take stress. Point number 3 is maintaining a good behavior, like with others, doing good things, helping others. Like, keep your mind busy in some good cause always. Daily think about what you can do for someone else. As soon as you think about someone else, automatically you will see some positive energy taking care of you. This is the rule of universe. What you give out always comes back to you. And some people say it comes back to you many folds. So you give out love, you give out care, genuine care, concern, it will come back to you. Actually, I have already given 4 because maintaining good cordial connections is also fine. Like, if you are unhappy with the narcissist also, you have a fight with your family members, you have a fight with your mother, for example, which is very common. And people write to me a lot about it, and I've coached many people on narcissistic mother and daughter relationships, or even with fathers, like boys have it with their fathers, narcissistic problems. You will see that even if you try to have a cordial connection, there will always be some problems. If you have a fight with your mother who's narcissistic, you feel it's a narcissistic mother or father, whatever, then forgive them instantly. Like, you have a fight with them, you argue with them, but don't carry it for too long. Let it go and do your work, live your life, okay? And let it be also. Don't think too much about it. If you really get upset with what they do to you, then put it on a piece of paper, burn it and make it flow under tap water, like flowing water. If you live near a beautiful river or a stream, then just, put it in the flowing river, water, stream. But don't keep it in your heart. Don't let it rule your life. Because it's normal to have arguments and issues with people. And then if you have a soul connection, if your narcissistic mother or your father is your soulmate, you cannot help it. Then you have to be around them, and God has sent them to you for a reason. Okay, God has sent them to you for a reason, that you need to learn how to practice forgiveness regularly. Because I'm being shown that 10 of Swords energy, what happens is every time you have an argument or you have a debate or there's a negative situation, then you just lose everything. Like, you just go like, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. So that energy is not good. And sometimes the narcissistic people can help you really well in career, in managing money, in finances, because they have really good advice. They are materialistic, they are very logical, so they can give you logical advice also, which is why sometimes their company is good. I mean, yeah, they can irritate you and annoy you and they can overdo it, but that's where your inner work comes in the picture. Which is why I say that you need to be grounded and you need to do your work. So 4 points I have told you, okay. In Hindi it is Simran, Sadachar, Satsangati and Seva. Actually, I have given the 5th one also, but verbally let me tell you, it is surrender. So 5th and very important point is letting go to God. Let go and let God. Because many times we are trying to take so much control of our situation. We are so agitated. We become a bundle of tension. because we are thinking that nothing can be solved, there's no solution, nothing can happen now. This is where we put ourselves into this energy, like it's like you cannot do anything, but this is kind of negative. Instead of this, you really want to give up, you really want to let go, do this. This is the right way of doing it. This is the major arcana card, the Hanged Man. So look at this, there is so much difference in this energy. Here the person is no energy, nothing, just like crying, cribbing in pain. Here person is not doing anything, but they're so chilled out, hanging upside down with a halo around their head. See, there's a halo around their head. This is the energy that you need to be in, where divine can take over. You give away your problems to divine and you say, okay, I'm going to be happy no matter what. Just like Rumi's statement, I've got so much. Rumi's verse, I've got so much, why should I be sad? Why should I think about tomorrow and be sad today? Tomorrow is going to come later. It's not here yet. Why should I spoil my today, my present moment, just thinking what's going to happen tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So if the narcissist is making you sad because of their memory or because of their present behavior, whatever they're doing, or they have put some fear into your heart and mind, then the best way to go about it is to just let it go and have faith in source and say that, okay, whatever it is, like if they have stolen your energy, those are people upstairs, guys, they are just moving from here, so all these sounds are coming. So what happens is, when we don't let go, when we are in this energy which I just showed you in the card, then we are basically trapped. We are stuck, and we feel very unsatisfied and we are not content, okay? But we have the power to let it go. We have the power to chill. All we want you to do is think from another angle. What you are being shown right now is that this is the dead end. Nothing can happen. There is no solution. But there is always a solution. There is always a solution. You just have to step out from your own identity. Because when we are too stuck with our own story, we don't have a story actually. We just make a story. We just all run the story over and over and over again. That what's going to happen if my story has a problem, okay? So we don't have any stories. We just make those stories. We are running a racket inside our own heads. We need to just stop running the racket inside our heads, because we believe the narcissistic people, or we believe the narcissistic challenges of this world. Why are the narcissistic people working so hard? It's not like they don't work hard. Look at all egotistical people. They work very hard, day in and day out. But they don't work with God, they just work as per their ego. Now, if you have someone around you who's giving you 50% of that, but 50% they have the empathetic side, they also kind of need to go and spend some time in that toxicity, and they'll definitely come back to they'll definitely think that, okay, what you're talking about or what you're doing or what you're saying is much better. They feel a sense of peace with you. They feel a sense of relaxation with you. They feel that whatever you are saying, your lifestyle, your words, your talks, they are true. They are real. But you also need to have that much faith. So you also need to let go and let divine take over. So I think this is pretty much the energy of this reading. You should just embrace your softer side. Allow yourself to explore your emotions. Allow your intuition to take over. And let your creativity flow. I must tell you that every person is actually an artist, but just that we don't explore that side. Pick up something, make a painting, even if it's bad art, it doesn't matter. Just release your energy, play some music, dance. Art is the best way actually to heal yourself. I feel that personally, so I tell everybody to try it out. Make a mural on your wall if you have any wall, make a sketch. Just see what comes out of you. Whatever is in your mind, just try to look for it. If you cannot paint or draw, then you look for those images, step by step, how to paint this, how to paint that, or just scribble, just doodle. But you will feel after that very peaceful. And what my suggestion is, solar plexus chant. Just leave everything. If you're sad, just sit still in meditation Meditation is the most healing thing. Meditation can heal the whole planet. The problem is people don't want to do it. People don't want to give 15-20 minutes also to it, which is not that much. So guys, this is where I'm going to close this channeling session. If you want, my table is full of so many cards. Just splattered them, you know. So it's full of cards right now. If you want to get into a personal reading session with me, then kindly do not share your story with me right now in advance on the mail, because some people, even before they book a reading, they write down everything. So that is one request I'm making from you. Then don't do that, because I will give you one step. You need to just do that step, and whatever discussions we're gonna have, we'll have it face to face. Okay, if you're from India, then you need to get my details, my PAYTM or GPAY details. For that, you need to mail me first that yeah, you need to get a reading and you want the details. If you're from any other part of the world, then PayPal is fine. For all the information, please check the information first in the description box, and only then mail me when you're 100% ready, because everything is written over there. Just make your own, what you call it, make your own judgment. If you resonate with it, then you will find out. And as I say, follow your intuition, look for what is best for you. Do what is best for you. For anybody else, there's so much content here. There are more than 1500 videos. You can literally look for content. There are people who tell me that they watched a 3-year-old video and it matches with their situation like 1000%. You know, so there are so many videos. You can go to oldest, most popular, and just see which suits your situation. Like energetically also you can pick and choose. I will see you in the next video. You can also get my book In the Name of Love. It's based on biomimetic mimicry, which really helps to lift your energy, uplift your energy. The link is given in the description box. The book is only available on Amazon Kindle. That's where the latest edited version is. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.